Hello, glad to be with you today. I'm sure you've always suspected this. Life is just too simple. The trick is that we all make it too hard on ourselves. And so we miss the point that all the freedom, happiness, and peace we could ever want is already within us. So let me get right to the point. You've been misled and miseducated into believing that life is hard, that it's difficult, and that you have to work like a dog to get anywhere at all. And like the Red Queen says to Alice, you have to run as fast as you can to stay in the same place. But it's not that way at all. And you won't hear this from your local politicians or the mainstream media, because they have a vested interest in making sure that you just keep living the life you've been told was yours. And it's all a pack of lies. Seriously. Life can be easy, and living can be a regular joy, and you can have it all. Really. Of course there is a catch. You have to disbelieve what you've been taught and re-educate yourself. And that's why I'm here and why you're reading this. Because you suspected this all along. The real world is actually simple. The constructed one we live in is filled with booby traps. Now, how do I know this? I've been searching this right along for most of my life, over 35 years at the last count. And I've racked up some degrees and certificates to tell you that I've played their game long enough, just like you. My jobs have been working at warehouses and various other positions, surviving on entry-level wages, wondering about how this all works and why. But unlike you, I turned off my TV and quit watching the news. Well, mostly. I do need the weather forecasts. So I had some spare time to invest in sorting this all out. Here's what I found. 1. Like the bulk of humanity, you're supposed to simply do your job and take the pay you get after taxes are taken out, and spend it on stuff that you feel you want. 2. Most of what you want, in turn, is told to you by advertising and marketing. 3. You think you're being given choices, but you can only buy A product or B product, and they're both the same thing. You're never given a choice not to buy. 4. Like politicians, until recently it's only been A party or B party. 5. But people are waking up and finding out that they have other choices. And it's not only just not voting at all. I sat down and wrote this up mostly in blogs, but also in various books, because I researched all over to find out this data for you and boil it down to make it make sense. And you are exactly who I've been working for all this time. Like you, I paid my own way through all this. I didn't get any government grant or have some big company finance this. While a very few of you were able to find me in my books and buy a few of them, it's been my various jobs and a lot of petty pinching, which has allowed me to wrap up this research so you could benefit. Waking up is hard to do, at least on your own, because this stuff you swallowed has been in your system since you learned enough language to make yourself understood. We are taught these ideas from birth, and this is what traps us. In order to get out from under these messes, you have to change your mental habits that you've spent this entire lifetime developing. Now, the bulk of the studies out there show that you can change these mental habits if you spend from 28 to 40 days maintaining a new outlook that replaces the old one. And that can be tough to do, because the old habits keep showing up all the time, and they are programmed to interfere with developing any new habits. Here's where I've tried to make it easy for you. I've written my last self-help book with a series of lessons you can use to improve your life. You do these lessons 1 per week and practice that lesson every day for that week. Each lesson comes with a video, a transcript of the video, and simple assignments to carry out every day for that week. Each week, a new lesson comes to you in your email for you to then follow. There are 12 lessons plus a bonus lesson. These follow the outline of my newly released book. So if you get the book, you can get a lot more data on how and why I say what I do in these short videos. But otherwise, you don't have to buy anything at all. That's right. By the end of 12 weeks, you've spent enough time to reprogram the way you think. Meanwhile, I've been giving you all sorts of pointers and tips from the all-time bestseller authors out there. You can change your life if you want to, because I'm all about giving you choice. So fill out the opt-in form on this page and we'll get you started today. Now, the privacy legal disclaimer and all that, I don't give your email to anyone else, period. I only send you stuff that has to do with this book. Not a dozen other special offers so you can buy a bunch more stuff. Now, that would be dumb, wouldn't it? What I'm interested in is helping you get your native freedom back. Now, no two people are the same, so there's no typical results with this. You only get out of it what you put in. And I can tell you right now a few things. A, most people will probably pass up this offer and never be able to find it again. B, the majority of people who start this course won't finish it. C, and most of the people who do finish it won't really apply this to their lives to get the best result possible. D, but, and this is a big but, the people who actually and factually work at this to get it applied honestly at every step, these people will wind up with an incredible peace of mind that is beyond all description and all understanding. It's your choice, as usual. You can stay the same, do the same things, keep getting the same results, which are complicated, dull, and boring. You can change the channel or vote someone else into office, but you'll only get the same result. And that is the definition of insanity, doing the same things and expecting different results. But you aren't insane. So I'm asking you to do something different. Change your life. These lessons don't cost you anything. If they don't work for you, then you can opt out at any time. But take this opportunity, please. You really owe it to yourself. See you at Lesson 1, and here's to the great new life and finding all the freedom, happiness, and peace you've always had. This is Robert Wurstel, and thank you.